up in the bag, cause I've been in my bag, speeding off in the Jag, yeah.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Here we go.
There they begin the drive with a duel. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Waddle, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Dolphins sit 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Thompson now, 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Again, it's A-Chain. About 3 yards there to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Third and long, Thompson. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Had a great idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the first as he's tackled at the 47. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Looking to throw, Thompson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and 6. A-Chain on the counter. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
H.A. now up the middle. Well, he stopped immediately there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run for it. A-Chain. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Thompson. Runs through the contact, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A-Chain. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on set. A-Chain hit and the ball is out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it with A-Chain. Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that between area here on 4th and goal. They'll look to run with A-Chain, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Raiders hang tough down near. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Third quarter begins with a run from A-Chain. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A-Chain here, they stay on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here's a toss left for A-Chain. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Thompson's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Thompson now. That's caught by Chosen. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
Taken down back at the 42.
Thompson going play action here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. On the handoff, it's A-Chain. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And now off to the races down the right side. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock rolling down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Wait.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Caught it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
65-6, go!
Thompson. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long, Thompson. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Max Crosby in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
First down, Raiders.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Mayer, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a bit closer. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Thompson going to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tanner Conner, 30 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. In the fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the Raiders have recovered. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down,